State of YouTube 2018. Clickbait. Paul Brothers. Fidget Spinners 2020.
You got an ID? You got an ID?
For me. Vote for me. Oh, God, that was so cringe. But not for real. This has been beaten to death by everybody. But I just got to weigh in on this as a newbie and an outsider, technically, even though now I'm in the YouTube space. So now that I'm like putting this video out into the stratosphere, into the wild, I'm officially part of the drama. Know what I'm saying? We've entered 2018 with a bang in terms of low gang. But I just want to voice my thoughts in terms of the future of this platform and like where we're headed and all that bullshit. First off, YouTube debuted in 2005, around February. So in about a month, it's going to be less than the legal age to drink alcohol. So just keep that in perspective. Like, the internet is so fucking young. I made my first Hotmail account email, or was it Yahoo? I don't even remember. It was like some blah, 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 69 at yahoo/hotmail.com/bullshit, data, whatever. Point is, that's the birth of the internet for the common folk, aka the popular masses of the world started using the internet around 1998, 1997, whatever. So it's still this new concept to humanity. You have to realize we're just fucking living beings on this planet that's in this universe who, you know, you want to talk about aliens and ghosts and goblins and ooh, whatever. I don't give a fuck. Point is, this is all foreign territory as I sit behind my heat basket. What up, bitches?
Boy, if you don't get...
We're in this new age where the internet is this basic utility for human beings, for good and evil, for thieves and heroes and everyone in between. It's like this, it's just a tool. It's just like a hammer. You can use a hammer for good. You can also use a hammer to kill motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? And you should never kill motherfuckers, but that doesn't mean we should outlaw hammers, you know what I mean? It is very clear, based on recent events, that we still don't know how to fully navigate the internet or what to do with YouTube specifically. Let's keep this specific to YouTube. By the way, I really got to shave and I really got to get a haircut, but that's neither here nor there, you know what I'm saying? Yo, subscribe and like and smash that like button and whatever. Shut the fuck up. You know, I came around the cusp of the internet boom, aka, you know, I'm 30 years old right now. I remember a time where there was no internet. I remember a time where there was no cell phones. I remember a time where there was no email or Facebook or anything like that. My parents, fuck man, they're like in the whole nother world. Like, we can't even communicate anymore. And it's just so crazy. Like, I can only imagine the kids out there right now that are like following these internet celebrities who are like legit garbage.
Garbage.
In some cases, not in all cases, but in some cases they're garbage. And it's just like, who do you have to blame other than the parents? Because there's no guidance. You're just out there with everything available to you in the world. Is that a bad thing? Not necessarily, but that's not the point. This is absolutely uncharted territory, okay? Like, there was a time where for you to see this video, there had to be 11,000 executive producers, adjacent producers, adjunct producers, assistant producers, whoever the fuck these cucks were. You had to have it go through all these motherfuckers before it got to you, the person, the human being. And I'm able to talk to you as a human being, from human being to human being. The only thing in between us is this Canon camera. It's beautiful that I can get on this video and just be like, fuck! How nice was it that I could just say that word? It's just a fucking 4-letter word that I just said. You know, my tongue muscles just said it, and I can put it out in the world and be comfortable with it and know that it's going to go out into the world and people are going to watch this because, you know, we don't have to worry about those middlemen anymore. There's no corporations getting in our way. I'm not monetizing my channel as we speak. That could change very soon. But it's just very comforting to know that I can just be myself and just be out there and just like say things I want to say without repercussions. Well, at least right now. Who knows? Maybe you guys will send people after me with pitchforks. But all I'm trying to say is it's such a beautiful thing that we can like just be human beings. We can just be ourselves. We can make mistakes. We can just goof off and just not have to worry about societal norms controlling us and just, you know, do what we want to do and gravitate people to us that want to see what we want to do. Unfortunately, when you get advertisers in place, when you get, corporate interests in place, those kinds of things change. And as YouTube gets bigger and bigger, there was a time where YouTube was just a place for funny viral cat videos and funny viral, like, people doing dumb shit videos. Now it's like a viable business. Now it's a viable, like, place for people to, like, create themselves and, like, become new idols and heroes for the human race, which is just insane. But that's just where we are in life. So, it is what it is. But with that said, it's just like, I don't want us to take these recent examples and just use them as a way to, like, censor ourselves, because I think that's just very dangerous. But what I do want to say is, I'm just, a couple things. One is, I don't even know if I have a second point here, but let's just make the first point. First point is, at first glance, these commentary channels, you have several big names in the game. Some of them do fantastic work, and they do a great exposed edition, you know what I mean? But at some point, it gets A, repetitive, B, it's just like, sometimes it's just tacky as fuck, and C, it's just like this whole viral sensation, like you're inspiring the next generation of people to be like, oh, this is what's popular on YouTube. This is how you grow a channel real quick. And I've never been into it. I've always been about positivity and just, like, not negatively talking about people. But at some point, you have to realize, like, YouTube is our community. It's our ecosystem. We have to police it ourselves. So when creators like ourselves decide, hey, I'm going to get on here and call out some bullshit, that's a good move. So I've come around to the whole commentary channel perspective. So I totally get it now. But I'm still not a fan. Like, take perfect example, Danny Gonzalez, okay? This guy, I was a big fan of his on Vine, and he had some of the most creative content I've ever seen. But then coming on YouTube, he's realizing, hey, I can make so much more money and so many more views, and I can gain so many more fans by just putting out hit pieces about all these other people. And I just hate that. Like, why can't we make it about, learning from what these cancers on YouTube are doing and doing something about it? Like, when I watch, this is a bad segue. I'm not saying Logan Paul's a cancer. I've actually been a huge fan of his Vines. I've actually watched a couple of his vlogs and been entertained. And a lot of people will say, hey, it's trash. Hey, it's not funny. Hey, it's not for me, whatever. Dude, that's totally fine. I've honestly grown tired of watching his stuff. But what you have to understand is, like, my perspective, and I've used this throughout my whole life, is, hey, so-and-so is doing something. It doesn't make you happy, but it's making millions upon multi-millions of people happy. What is it about it that's making people happy and willing to watch this stuff? And I feel like if you looked at it from that perspective, maybe you would learn a thing or two that you could apply to your own craft to be able to make your own videos better. So I feel like one method we need to employ is not trying to grow the commentary section of YouTube, because I feel like it's just so tacky. Like, why are we trying to bring down these other people? It's not even working. They still gain subscribers. You're just giving them attention. It's dumb. But on the other hand, I'm glad that we're at least using that as a way to police ourselves, because, there's no, like, judicial system of YouTube. Like, that shit doesn't exist. Maybe we should institute something like that. But I just hate the fact that we just sit there and just bitch about each other and nothing happens. I'm not a fan of that. Like, it's just very counterproductive. It doesn't fix anything. And at the same time, it just gains these people that we're complaining about and we're trying to police for doing shitty practices on YouTube, whether it's clickbait, whether it's shitty videos, whether it's shitty content, whether it's not being funny. Yeah, it's great. They took a little dive on their, view subscriber count or whatever, and then it just picks back up where it left off, and then they're just bigger and better than ever. It's just not working. So we got to figure out something else. Granted, the better, commentary channels on YouTube, hey, by all means, keep doing what you're doing, man. Get your paper, boo-boo. But I don't know. I feel like there's a better way. I'm definitely not going to go that route. I know I could grow quicker as a channel if I started doing hit pieces and I started doing exposés. But I'm just not going to do that. That's not my style. And I feel like, how much energy does it take to, like, watch these videos of people you don't like to nitpick things you don't like about them, only to find out their viewer count and their subscribers are growing. Like, you're not going to change people's minds. Like, it's just not working. It's just not working. So my idea, to be honest with you, I'm thinking I'm just going to start like a LOL Hall of Fame, where I just pick out what I think is the lolsiest, funniest, best content on YouTube, and I'm just going to curate it and create this whole LOL Hall of Fame, and use lessons I'm learning from these shittier YouTubers of how they're growing with such shitty content. They're doing certain things right. And I feel like if we just took those tactics from them, learned them, exposed the tactics they're using to gain fans when they're doing such, quote, shitty work, you know, it's one thing to just sit here and just be like, that doesn't help anybody. Let's be productive. Let's find out why these, quote, cancers are having so much success on YouTube. Granted, which reminds me of another point. A lot of these things are like very come and go. Like, you know, it's like a one-hit wonder kind of thing. They figure out a loophole in the YouTube algorithm system. They take advantage of it. You know, reaction channels that are like super shitty reaction channels. Like, those things come and go. Like, they're not going to be here forever. Granted, they're bigger than what I'm doing right now. But once you get past that, anyone with true substance is going to grow and gain an audience and find fans and find people around this great world of ours that are fans of theirs and want to see more of them and support them and whatever. So I feel like we got to keep those kinds of things in mind and just keep a very positive outlook, because again, I come back to Danny Gonzalez, man. He had some of the most creative vines and some of the most creative content ever. And then on YouTube, I'm just seeing like hit pieces. I'm like, dude, I don't want to see you do this. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. Let alone the fact that everyone else is doing the same thing. I don't care, bro. I want to see you be creative. I want to see more green screen, living life like a mechanic. Like those kinds of shits. Like, that's what I want to see. All right. Anyway, I've been rambling for too long, but I just think, you know, I'm going to step up my content, learning from the shitty tactics that these other shitty people use to make my content better, so that we can have original content overwhelm and oversaturate the shitty content. I feel like that's the answer, not just like calling out bad content, because that's just saying, hey, I'm bitching about this, and hey, I pointed out the things that are justified for me to bitch about, and we're done. Okay, see you guys next week when I bitch about somebody else. Like, nothing happened. You just made them more famous. Who gives a fuck? On top of the fact that, guys, listen, majority of the people I interact with don't fuck with YouTube. I'm 30 years old, all right? Majority of y'all are way under 30 years old. And I talk to a bunch of people that are just under 30 years old, and a lot of people that are over 30 years old. They don't fuck with YouTube like this. They don't know what the fuck is going on. They don't give a shit about this drama shit. They don't give a fuck about the characters. They don't know who the fuck is doing what on YouTube. It's just a funny place for viral videos. So, you know, we got to just pull our heads out of our ass. We just got to like make the content better for ourselves. We can't just be doing this garbage. You know what I'm saying? Oh, God, my hand is getting tired, man. I'm not used to carrying this fucking 70D Canon camera shit with a fucking microphone, whatever. I did this for you guys, man. I just wanted to record this on my iPhone. Woo! God, this is tiring, man. My hand, and I work out too, but my hand is tired. Look at this. I'm holding this. This is uncomfortable. And plus I got the battery pack because I got a shitty battery for this Canon. Oh, this is uncomfortable. By the way, I really gotta get a haircut and a beard shave, bruh. But anyway, listen, thanks for listening to my rant. I guarantee I'm gonna keep stepping up my content. I mean, I'm already looking back at my old shit and like cringing, because, dude, you always start out cringy, right? I knew that going in. But I'll have a separate year in review of my first year on YouTube coming up soon. I've just been so behind because I'm living in the real world. I have a real job, but I love making YouTube videos. I love being goofy. I love just being myself. And I feel like I'm just so scorned by all these previous original. Listen, man, I'm the biggest Vine promoter. I used to love Logan and Jake Paul's Vines, but this YouTube algorithm and this YouTube promotional incentives are just not conducive to good content. I'm sorry. It's just like very shitty. Like, I just want to see good content on YouTube, and it's just really sucky. But maybe that's a video for another time. I'm done rambling. I tend to ramble, but I'm glad you guys stuck it all the way through. Leave me some comments. Leave me a like. Leave me a subscribe. Smash that like button. Smash that God, I'm just not witty and creative enough to come up with something right now, and I really don't want to edit something in later because it's just so much extra work, even though, oh, God, I don't know what I'm even saying anymore. Yo, by the way, I have a sick fucking sneaker collection, full sneaker collection video coming soon, and Transformers as well. I'm a big Transformers fan, if you guys are just seeing me for the first time here. But yeah, I'm just going to cut this short because... it is what it is. And thanks for listening. If you made it the whole way through, I love you guys. I plan on being around for a while. So, but I really got to get a haircut. This is just fucking disgusting. Yeah, from the bottom of my heart, I'm really appreciative that this platform exists. Like, it's not too long ago that I really didn't think I ever could see myself in this kind of role, but I'm happy I've taken it on. I'm happy where I'm at, and I'm happy that I'm growing, and I'm happy that I have the confidence to know that I can keep growing and become potentially the biggest YouTube ever. Like, I have that kind of confidence, but I'm not that stupid to think that it's not going to happen without some kind of, like, A, sheer miracle, B, sheer luck, and C, sheer hard fucking work. So we in this God, I don't even know how to end this. Let's just end it. Okay. Bye.